Hello everybody, it's Whiskey11 and welcome back to the Gaming Lounge. This is time for DCS live stream number 4, I believe is what we're actually on now. And today is going to be devoted entirely to the DCS F-14 Tomcat by Heat Blur Simulations. This thing is freaking ridiculous and freaking gorgeous. And so this is going to be an awesome live stream. I just know it's going to be awesome. As with all of our live streams, we are going to start off with our live streaming schedule. Our next live stream is going to be the 26th of March. That's this next Tuesday. That's War Thunder Ground Forces action. So if you're a World of Warships watcher and you want to watch just World of Warships, you'll have to wait until the 30th of March for our next World of Warships live stream. But War Thunder Ground Forces is tank-on-tank action. Usually ends up being actually quite a lot of fun with a lot of Soviet bias. So if you would like to check that out, you're certainly welcome to show up. In the meantime, it's time for some DCS F-14 action. While we are kicking this over to the game, which, there it goes, if you have not checked out the live stream, if you have not checked out the Discord server, there's a link to that in the description of this video. Highly recommend you check it out. There's also a link there to the Streamlabs page if you would like to check that out as well. Hello, Moon Puma, for watching. I appreciate this, comrade. Okay. So because we're in the F-14, that means it's time for us to go ahead and get this gal started up. So that always comes with a bit of a challenge. So in order to start this up, we need to ground electric power on. We also need to ground air supply turned on. Connect ground air supply. Yes, obligatory highway to the danger zone, except for we're going to do the duty-free versions. Ground air supply is now connected. There it goes. Okay, it is playing. Hello, Russianki. Yes, it is F-14 time. Let me know if the music is too loud for you guys. If I need to turn it down. I don't think it is, but it appears to be pretty reasonable. Maybe a smidge loud. Let me change it. Sorry, my track. Let me lock my track IR. It's freaking out because I'm looking around on different screens. There. That ought to work. Okay, so now that we got ground air supply turned on, we got to tell Jester to go ahead and start up. Gonna ICS comm check us.
ICS comm check.
Loud and clear. Uh-oh. Oh, of course it does. This huge line of disconnected should be like the key to this. Alright. Well, let's go back to our stream schedule real quick while I restart DCS because I'm pretty sure the server just took a dump. We will get to the F-14, I promise you. You'd rather have the MiG-29. The MiG-29 in this game is actually pretty decent, but my only complaint about the MiG-29 is that it's not a clickable cockpit, which means I don't get to enjoy all the subsystems that go on with it. Also, not knowing what exactly is being said in the cockpit when it's screaming at you really sucks. All right, well, the game is back, but we'll see if we'll see if we can actually wait. See, even Streamlabs is like, this game isn't actually running. MiG-21 is not better than the F-14. You go to Gulag. I moved him. Oh my goodness, why is this game crashing? Alright, we're just gonna leave it. I don't think there's any information that could get leaked from it. There is one problem with DCS World with the yeah, there it goes. Alright. Round 3. Sometimes DCS World does not like, man, look at this. These pings are ridiculous. I have a better ping to a server in Europe than I do in Russia than they do in one in the west coast of the United States. That's awesome. These pings actually lie too. That's the sad part. As we'll see, because look, there it is. Now I got a decent ping-ish, I guess. Round 3. There is actually a mission in the, and if we can't get into through the Inferno because it keeps crashing, we'll end up, we'll go play some single player or something in the F-14 because, this aircraft is far too beautiful to not fly in this live stream. But there is actually a mission called the Lion in the Sun, I think is what it was called. Ooh. We're doing it. We're taking a carrier slot because I think we can actually get into it. Oh, yes! Yes! Alright, takes a little bit for everything to load. We are on the carrier. Alright, so let's try this like round 7. Ground electric power. Oh, of course, the sound is going to be all buggy. Ground air supply. Rearm refuel. 1, we need to get our correct skin on. Where is my last ride? Jolly Rogers. Fix our chaff and flare. Ground power is now on. Of course, this is, we're gonna try out the smoke version. We're not gonna have this. No, let's. I had better luck with the C. 4, 2, and 2. So 4 AIM 54 Phoenixes, 2 AIM 7s, and 2 AIM 9s. There it goes. Takes a while for the audio to catch up in this thing, but look at how beautiful this cockpit is. I mean, this thing is just amazing. Just amazing. Alright, let's turn some lights on in here so we can get the glorious red bias. See, even American aircraft have appreciation for Soviet bias. See? Everything is red.
Roger.
Alright. ICS comm check, we need this, so we're going to turn...
ICS comm check.
ICS comm check, read you loud and clear. This is the ejection seat arming. He'll close the canopy when he has a moment. So from here to start this bird up, come back here to our oxygen switch, turn it on. We've got our lights turned on, but before we can do any engine cranking, we need to test emergency flight hydraulics. What did he just say? Oh, closing the canopy. Got it. Okay, so you can see here we're checking our flight. Ready to start. Nice. Emergency hydraulic on low. I can get the switch. Did the game really just crash again? Are you serious? DCS World. You gotta love it. Alright. Well. I am definitely in the F-14. However, I cannot get the server to actually work to save its life. So we're gonna do some single player stuff. We'll go do a cold start and a free flight real quick so that you guys can at least see how this bird gets started up. Getting a little irritated with some of the constant crashing that goes on in the DCS World Open Beta, but oof. We will actually get there, I promise you. Alright, so instant action. We don't have a cold start, so we'll do it from here. We have to go to the Caucasus region, unfortunately, the Black Sea, in order to actually start this thing up, which is sad. I think there's a problem with the Through the Inferno server where it is crashing because they're trying to load like 20 F-14s in all at the same time. So, I bet the F-15 would crash, and now my track IR isn't working. Oh, this ought to be interesting. There. Track IR plugged in, although it ignored my command to not actually do anything. Okay, this time for real. I'm actually going to turn the music down just a little bit more. That was basically off. Ground power, we need ground air supply. If it crashes doing this, I know it'll just, wait for a little bit for these guys to do their thing. Once again, doing this for like the 90th time. Hopefully this time we can actually get somewhere. There it goes. Good song. C422, there we go.
Request rearming.
Okay, where were we? Oh, we need to tell them to start.
Roger. Okay.
Get our seat armed.
ICS com check.
Box.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Jester.
Okay.
Alright, hydraulic pressure testing. You'll see the flag there turned on. Now let's get it to high. Now you can hear it kick over to high. You can see the high is on. Okay, come back here and turn off emergency flight hydraulics. Watch our head as he's closing the canopy on us.
Rearming complete.
Okay,
Nice.
ready to start.
Got to disable our hydraulic isolation switch here, and he is ready to start, so we'll go ahead and crank our right engine. This is our engine instrument panel over here. We got fuel quantity, speed, altitude, radar altimeter, our climb descent gauge, compass, backup horizon, basically. Okay, so we're there. Let's get the right engine start. Get our lights turned on. I know I've got no legs. I don't think they've added in the pilot. Nope. They haven't added in the pilot body yet, but he's there, I promise you. Okay, so the right engine is cranking up and starting, so while it's doing that, we got to come over here, and I'll zoom in here and I'll show you this a little bit. This is our TAC-AN box, so we got to change it to transmit and receive. We need our SAS. This is our stability augmentation. It's like a pseudo fly-by-wire setup. Got to turn that on. Turn our radio to both. I think that's it on this panel for now. We need the other engine to start up. Okay, so this is a little bit complicated because we're going to crank the left engine, but we're not going to start it. We're going to wait for our hydraulic pressure over here to, let me pause this, to come up. Make sure that it comes up, because if it doesn't, our wings don't work. Okay, so that comes up. We can now stop cranking the left engine. We're now going to come over here and we are going to turn our hydraulic transfer pump back on. And now we are going to crank the left engine. Jester will not do anything in the back seat. The name Jester actually is inspired by that, but that's not, it's not Michael Ironside. It's actually, his call sign is Grey Wolf on the Eagle Dynamics forums. Nice. Backfire taking off. So our left engine is now starting. Once it gets started up, our backseater Jester will actually do his part in this, and he will do an INS alignment back there, which, and this thing is actually somewhat difficult and challenging. Let's turn our lights on. Okay, so that's turned on. We need to turn on that. He will get our RWR. Let's get our displays turned on. Switch our bottom display to the nav so that we can see how the INS alignment's going. He's not there yet. Okay, just double checking some things here before we get too excited. That's autopilot stuff. I think we're good here. Probes, we don't need that. We've got good hydraulic pressure. Flats and slaps are stowed. Wing sweep, yeah, so that's all we got left. The field. Okay. Yeah, this is just one of their missions. I think it's actually more of a tease to see if you'll actually friendly fire them. Okay, so the F-14 has a couple of very unique features. Obviously, it's one of the few swing-wing aircraft in the world, and over here is our wing sweep gauge. You can see it's currently set into emergency and oversweep mode. That means that our wings, if I can get it to rotate, are folded back over our elevators, which reduces our elevator control input. Can't have that while flying. This here is our wing sweep control handle to get our wings to their proper mode. We drag it all the way forward, push it down, close the cover, and hit this button here, which is the wing sweep program reset. So we are now in manual mode, but they are swept all the way back, so we'll switch it to auto, and they should sweep all the way out. Left wing looks like it's sweeping good. Right wing is sweeping good. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and lower our flaps, make sure that they work. Right side is good, left side is good. Check our DLC, our direct lift control. You can see the little flaps pop up there in the mirror. Let's kill my frame rates. You can see them pop up. Wow, that looks really, really bad in the mirror, but... Anyway, you can see the little slats popping up and down. Those are direct lift control devices. They actually are really, really handy for carrier landings. Okay, let's... Now he's gonna set... He was already doing the INS alignment, where we just told him to continue on to the fine alignment. So with all of that done, we gotta wait. Raise our flaps back up and stow the wings back, because we're taking up a taxi spot at the moment. I know you cannot fly the Tu-22 in this game. You cannot fly most of the aircraft that you see flying around. You can't fly, but there's Hornets, F-14s. You can fly those. You can't fly the E-3. There is an Mi-8 module, so you can fly the Mi-8. But no Tu-22s for us. We're at Sochi. Nice. Well, there's a couple of other really cool features that this aircraft has. Once he gets this INS aligned, we'll take off, and I'll show you that. But you can actually see here just how far we have to go. We're not even halfway through the alignment yet, and it's here. No, got to get all the way over to here. Got a ways to go. We do have access to the TV mode. This actually, there is a TV camera system on the underside of the chin. That actually works. You lock up an aircraft with the radar, and you can actually slew that onto it or lock them together all the time. It's actually really handy. Good for identifying stuff, although Jester doesn't zoom in with it for some odd reason. Let's change our round count, because for whatever reason it doesn't automatically update this. 670 rounds is a full load of ammo for this thing. If I'm remembering correctly. 70. The other really interesting part about the F-14, at least from a design standpoint, is these buttons here change the mode that the HUD is in. So the HUD does not change automatically on the F-14 or F-14B without the Sparrowhawk upgrade anyway. So you have to manually change the mode. So right now we're in takeoff. Here's the HUD in cruise mode, which basically removes everything except for the heading indicator, your attitude indicator. This is your aircraft attitude indicator. What's missing is actually the horizon line. So this is really only intended to be used for flying at altitude with all of your autopilot stuff turned on. Well, not all of it, but your altitude hold and your heading hold, or ground heading hold. And that's what this mode is for. Air-to-air mode, which is even more Spartan. You can see here we have the actual aircraft where the nose is actually pointed at. This is offset, I think it's 5 or 10 degrees from the horizon line. When you select a weapon, you can see it comes up here. This says gun, it's crossed out because the master arm isn't on. Sidewinder, Sparrow, Phoenix. If we go down all the way, you'll get bombs, but I don't have any bombs loaded, so it's not there. While we're doing this, we might as well wait for missile prep. We're almost to the point at which we could take off, and the minimum point for taking off and firing a missile. Actually, we're there now. There it goes. So this little hash mark here on the INS is all about the, this is the minimum required to navigate, is what that check mark is. This one here is minimum required to launch and fire a Sparrow or a Phoenix. And this last one is the most accurate INS alignment, which allows the most accurate flying. Yeah, we're gonna fly it. Give me a second. We gotta wait for this to finish. HUD modes, back to HUD modes. Air to ground mode. You can see it's flashing because we don't have any ordnance. Normally there'd be a line. There it goes. Actually, interesting enough, the flashing that we saw in the transition here in the so there's air to air mode. Oh, it actually has it loaded now. Okay, that's cheating. The lack of a HUD here, what we saw there was actually the aircraft had magnetic strip tapes that it would literally switch between, because this aircraft's computer actually predates like what we would consider a true hard drive disk, and it used magnetic tape, like a tape player, in order to load in all of these different programs. The last mode is the landing mode. This, you can see the bottom of the E bracket is up here. This is your descent rate, or not descending, your aircraft attitude indicator. We'll switch back to takeoff. We'll switch this back over to this part. We can actually turn our VDI red. We cannot do that with this. Oh, we're actually lined up. Nice. He's still working on it, stuff back there. We'll go ahead and bring our wings out because we're going to be taxiing here pretty soon. Quick check here. That's good. Oh, we need to change engine air bleed. This is your engine air bleed. Needs to be set to both. Our taxi light on, even though he's not ready. Wings are all the way out. Look at that. We're going to turn off. Yeah, there we go. We're going to turn on... oh. There's one of these buttons. I'm trying to remember what it is. We ejected. That's clever. All right, let's go fly this thing. We'll do a dogfight. I think this is with the Su-27. Guns only. Yeah, it's the Su-27. This ought to be interesting. Let's get the rolling. Give me a... He's right there! Lock him. Ugh. There he goes. Alright, switching over to guns.
Target, 5 miles.
You can hear Jester going.
Here we go again.
You got it, Jester. Let's get this guy. I was trying to turn on the control indicator. I forget what the thing is. Alright, we're gonna cut.
Damn it, I lost the lock.
Yes, of course you did.
6 o'clock.
And just like this, we are going to take out Soviet bias. Uh-oh. This thing actually... This aircraft actually turns really, really well for how big it is. Ooh.
12 o'clock high.
Fascinating. And continuing.
6 o'clock low.
Coming around. This aircraft at high... So you see how it's shaking? At these high angles of attack, it actually gets a shake, a shimmy to it. And, ooh. Come on.
12 o'clock.
Nope. It actually gets a shake and a shimmy to it that, once you get there, the only way to effectively roll the aircraft is to use the rudder inputs. And you'll see this here in a minute. That's all rudder.
11 o'clock low.
That roll is all rudder input. You can't, at high angles of attack, you can't roll this thing with anything but the rudder. Okay. We're on a 6. Lock him up, Jester.
Dead ahead, dead ahead.
Yes, I see that. Come on, Sue. You can see the gun pipper there. Oop, got some hits on him.
He's right in front of us.
Oh, he's going down, though. Yeah. Yeah, he's done. Come on. Well, get hit. Oh, come on. There, finally got some hits on him again. He should be going down here pretty soon. Yeah, he's done. And there goes a wing. You can see just how maneuverable this aircraft is. Taking out Sue's like it's nothing. But look at this. We're just do. Nice tight turning circle. And then when we really want a GTFO, we'll just throw it into burner and Watch the world burn, I guess. Hey, Edward, how's it going? Flying around in the F-14, we're doing some single-player stuff because the Through the Inferno server is being stupid. Wing sweep is working. Oh, hey, look, Rio cockpit. I don't know what the front seater's doing. Fire that guy. Here you can watch the wings come out. See the wing flex. Probably roll out a little bit. This thing is just insane, though. I mean, it just climbs and takes off like it's nothing. All right, let's see if we can't do the. We'll go switch over to the Persian Gulf here and do the Lion and Sun. This one's actually a little bit harder because of the. You're facing off against a MiG-21, but you actually have missiles, and so the MiG-21 is actually surprisingly maneuverable, all things considered. So that's that is a wee bit of an issue, you see. But we'll get him. Might get him right away. It just depends on how the Sparrow decides it's going to actually fire. Hey, Zachy, how's it going? Got some good music rolling around in the background. Music's not too loud, is it? I do want to get back and Through the Inferno because it's nicer to have a much wider variety of targets to shoot at than the missions actually allow for. Waiting for the pool to tasks. All right. So we've got ourselves some Sparrows. We're going to launch one just to get him defensive, if nothing else. Okay, I'm below him, so he's not going to be able to notch. We're probably going to kill him.
Okay, we're on.
Yeah, he's dead.
It is going down.
0 try. Let's refly that mission. Aim 7 finally working. Couldn't get it to work on the Hornet to save its life. Maybe this time we'll launch a Sidewinder at him instead. Sure, why not?
Target.
I'm gonna laugh if he eats this thing.
Get ready. Flight. 12 o'clock. Splash.
Really?
Really? I lost luck.
Yeah, tell me about it. Still airborne, though.
Missile missed. 4 o'clock low.
Okay, so once we get... Oh, he's launching.
Missile, missile, missile. 3 o'clock low.
Can't avoid.
Shit! We've been hit.
Yep.
Oh, we took some heavy damage.
What kind of heavy damage?
3 o'clock low. Missile, 5 o'clock high. Hot.
Oh, emergency flight hydraulics are on. Oh, yeah. We're dead in the water.
7 o'clock.
I got no elevators. Alright. Well, that was interesting. He ate a Sidewinder and just kept flying. So we'll fly it again. It's a tricky aircraft to fly against. Doot, 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 doot. Alright. Got that Sidewinder loaded up to see if maybe we can't force...
2 miles.
Okay, force him defensive. Maybe. Oh, he dumped flares right away. Okay, so that actually worked.
Shit. Lock the lock.
Oh, get it back. He's right in front of us. Once again, once the buffeting starts...
12 o'clock low.
Very violent buffeting. We're losing a lot of speed.
Missile missed.
Game? DCS World. Doing its thing. This is really going to be a frustrating stream if this is the way that I haven't actually haven't been able to play DCS recently because of the I've been working this whole week. So it's apparently you got to do things the hard way with this because it's ask. Finally close. Good. The open beta tends to not be as stable as the release candidate, but I don't think the F-14 is in the release candidate yet, so part of the reason why we're seeing some crashes here. It's actually really frustrating, because this aircraft is actually a lot of fun to fly when the game isn't constantly crashing. And we were just getting into position to really mess with that guy. Let's see if we can't get into Through the Inferno and actually get started up. We'll spawn at a land base rather than the carrier, because I think the carrier might be part of the problem. Need a new nickname for the DCS World stream. What nickname do you suggest? Oh, you think you have a new nickname? Lieutenant Dan. Nice. Okay. No, comrade, I think we send you to Gulag for such transgressions. Do. Thankfully, we don't have to wait like that full 8 minutes for the INS to align on this server. They have automatic stored headings selected. Wow, the carrier is completely void. Is there anybody playing currently? Oh, this isn't a good sign. We'll give it a shot, see what happens. Watch, the game will crash again. There's legitimately nobody on. That's crazy. I think it's because this server keeps crashing. We'll get everything on here. Ground air supply connect. Armory fuel. 42201. Ride. Get all that stuff started up. Gotta wait for them to actually speak, otherwise this thing isn't going to. Go ahead and we'll try and do our hydraulics checks. It's working. Guessing it's working because I can hear it.
Request rearming.
Okay, hydraulic switch set to off. And let's tell Jester to get this girl started.
Copy. ICS comm check. Can you hear me? Roger.
Loud and clear. Once he gets his stuff ready, we will, let's see. Guys on.
I'm closing the canopy.
You do that.
Okay, ready to start.
Right engine starting. Right engine starting. Get it spinning up in there. This aircraft is so beautiful. It belongs on an aircraft carrier. All right. Okay. Right engine is started. Crank left, but do not start. Make sure our hydraulic pressure comes up. Looks like it's going. Guys on while we wait. All right, it's up. So that. Train. Yeah. Nope, back to normal. Now we crank the left engine. That's on. Those on. Left engine's at 20%. Crank it. All of this garbage will then disappear. And then start his INS alignment, and we get to sit and wait. It won't take as long. It should only take about a minute for him to activate, like maybe 2 minutes for him to get the INS aligned once we get this going. Look at how much fuel this thing carries. Almost 2,100 pounds of fuel. I mean, it says 20,100, but it's fully loaded. It's a lot higher than that. This guy we can set. Keep it manually swept back because we're on the carrier deck. We don't want anybody to spawn in and hit us. Not awake back there. Started. There we go. No way he's...
Roger.
Say, there's no way that this is started up this well. Not how this works. Taxi light on. Or hydraulic steering. There we go. This will go much quicker. We don't have to wait nearly as long. Let's go over the cockpit a little bit more. Missile prep and sidewinder cool. We can throw those on. This over here is your angle of attack. It's just in generic units. It's not actually in degrees. And the only reason it's as high as it is right now is because we're on the carrier and the deck is pitching up and down and there's wind coming across the deck. To the left of this, we have the advanced combat maneuvering switch. This here is the switch that overrides this is the pilot lock-on PLM. Pilot lock-on... I don't remember what it stands for. Basically, this is a radar override that allows the pilot to take control of the radar, and it puts it into basically the close combat maneuvering modes. Master arm switches over here. Gun rate, we can select high or low for rate of fire. SW cool is sidewinder cooling. Obviously, being an infrared missile, you have to cool down the seeker head in order for it to track things most effectively. Missile prep, this is for the AIM 54s and the AIM 7s. Similar concept to sidewinder cool, except for this is radar frequency tuning. And on the AIM 54s, it is also cooling selected. Mode over here switches between bore sight mode and normal mode. Bore sight basically just means that we're launching missiles straight ahead. Just leave it there. Master arm switch, flip this up. It's on. Want it on there. He's going to enter in a couple waypoints and then we should be ready to go. He'll tell us when he's ready to taxi. Just double checking everything here in the cockpit. Because this is going to happen quick. I'm excited. We got some MiG-29s out there. Actually, probably Sues. And we're going to go shoot some people down. It's going to be good times. I just love how you can change the filter color. Just awesome.
Ready to taxi.
There we go. All right. He needs to go to change your radio to radio channel, next channel. It's 251. I want 251.
Roger.
I forget what channels are what. That's ground channel.
Roger.
6-1. We're almost there. I think the next one should be 6-2, which is the correct one. There it is. IHOP traffic, IHOP traffic. Tomcat taxiing to Cat 1. Alright. Me, on the other hand, I definitely need to go to... There we go. Oh, 253 is the wrong one. Whatever. We'll get that channel in a second. Taxi on over to the Cat. F-35 greater than F-14. You go to Gulag! Don't make me send you again, Land Warrior. Okay. I have found that the Tomcat's like position that you need to be in order to hook up onto the Cat is exactly the same as the Hornets. So that's super useful. Come on. Taxi forward. Gotta go a little bit beyond this. There. That should be close. Uh-oh. We'll see if we can hook up right on top of it. So to hook up, we gotta come over here to where it says kneel. We gotta press and hold this button until it stops kneeling. This lowers our launch bar. While it's doing that, we can also set our wings to auto. Okay, we did actually end up hooking up. Perfect. And now the flaps are going to come down. Land Warrior is off, and he needs to go to the Gulag is where he needs to go. Okay. We are hooked up. We are ready to go. Everything except for an afterburner takeoff. So come down here. Sky to max. And watching the mirror up here. We salute and off we go. Whoop.
There's a friendly 115, 1 mile, and a friendly bra 020, 37 miles, Angels 9, and a friendly
and off we go.
bra 055, 24 miles, Angels 21.
All right, so we're now climbing. We'll bring these back to mill. Trying to trim the nose down here.
Looks like nails 3 o'clock.
Okay, flap should be up. Wings should be automatically sweeping. Yep, they're still commanded all the way full forward. Sky into air-to-air mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
We've got
Bam,
a Bandit 2-ship bra 050, 45 miles.
050 for
and
40.
a friendly bra 070, 44 miles, Angels 14, and a friendly bra 045, 61 miles, Angels 39. All right, those are some nails. 2 o'clock.
Ooh, gotta come right a little bit. So we actually have the ability to launch in track while scan mode, but
We've got a friendly bra 085, 69 miles, Angels 9, and a friendly bra 325,
let's burn this up.
10 miles.
Yeah, but War Thunder is never going to be this detailed with regards to its implementation of it. So for me, that's going to be really frustrating. So...
Mic check
Friendly
24351.
050, 79 miles, Angels 21.
Looking for 254 on my radios, but
Mic check on 243.
I've got nails 11 o'clock.
okay. What do we have? Enemy target ahead.
No, I can't do that.
Well, that's just rude. This is definitely the F-14. We are on through the Inferno.
Oh, I got nails on our nose, 12 o'clock.
Okay, well, if you've got nails on the nose, then start locking people up. Like, why is this hard? It's not the rocket science, comrade. Look at our wings, they're swept back in the whole 9 yards. So beautiful. You are so beautiful. other? We need EWRS.
Mic check 243. Mic check.
Picture report on.
There is a Bandit Bra 060, 86 miles, 33,000.
86 miles. Yeah, we're not gonna get him. Yeah, this is just even the U95.
Looks like nails, 1 o'clock.
080.
Okay, he's locking us, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, he's way far away.
Locking target, 26 miles.
Anybody actually in this area? Appear to be. Alright. We'll fire a missile at him.
That's a Tu-95.
Oh no. Camera. Look. We can watch. There goes our missile. We gotta climb. Get him into pulse.
Roger.
So in pulse mode, he
Target,
can't act.
22 miles.
Mother fracker.
Copy that. I lost lock. I got a lock.
Thank you. Go to pulse.
Nails, 11 o'clock.
So we're below him. So long as we stay below him, he's not going to be able to notch this missile, which should hopefully be getting there relatively soon. Yeah, he's starting to maneuver. So long as I can keep the sky above him, we should see a splash on the screen down there.
Miles.
Oh, come on. Get there, missile. Look at how fast the thing, 950 knots. Let's get into burner. I don't know if it's gonna make it there or not. Might have defeated it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no 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 no! I don't think he's gonna defeat this one. Watch it on the screen! Eat it, buddy! Oh, come on! No! Look at how close we got! Alright. Let's dump another one, because he's close enough we can. Another one should be outbound.
Target, 14 miles.
Dive down a little
He's
bit.
locking us, 1 o'clock.
No, these are not air-to-ground missiles. These are Phoenixes. These are
Oh, I got
Aim
nails
50.
on our nose, 12 o'clock.
Ooh, okay.
Now he's locking us at 11 o'clock.
Wish this thing would go pitbull. Go active. Crack him, because we got to roll left here to 060 to deal with the Su-33.
Target, 10 miles.
Yeah. There it goes.
Flash.
Boom! Alright.
Switching to PST2.
Brake lock.
Time. Lost lock. Roger. Bandit is going down.
Really? How about we start locking up some targets?
Spike, 12 o'clock. Okay.
That actually is going to be it.
Unlock. Missile, 12 o'clock. Hot. We have a bogey. KC-135, 12 o'clock. 9 miles.
Ah! We got hit by it. Well, nope. Well, that sucks. And I don't think ours is going to find him either. Why waste missile if you can gun that enemy plane because the missiles are more expensive? The problem with using guns, my opinion,
Kobuleti traffic, single 14
to
taking
try and get
active 07, Kobuleti.
that that target is that crap. That sucks. We're over here now. Problem with trying to use guns to get that guy is that there was other aircraft incoming, and so it's very, very, very difficult to get that gun kill while also dealing with that. But unfortunately, we got shot down.
Ground power is now on. Ground air supply is now connected.
And I don't think Jester was fully awake at the wheel back there either, so I'm gonna blame that one on him. I'm just kidding. It was my fault. Wasn't following all of guides, comrades.
Copy.
Reviewing
ICS
No.
check.
The Phoenix is not an air-to-ground missile. You're confusing it with the Maverick, which is not the same missile. Okay. Technically, we should do this. Really don't think it's necessary.
Check.
Hear it, kick on. Hydraulic isolation switch.
Ready to start.
Agreed. Let's get this ball. Get this ball rolling. Do, do, do. %. Start. Hold on. The F-14 is the only aircraft that actually employed them. The F-111 was designed originally to actually carry it, but never actually did in practice. In fact, the F-14 was born out of the failure of the F-111 program and the desire to have this radar, the AUG-9, and this missile, the Phoenix missile, carried aloft. And the Navy wanted this missile because it was extremely capable of taking out enemy targets. We didn't actually get the other one because these missiles, believe it or not, are not fire and forget. Phoenix missiles are technically semi-active radar homing, like the AIM-7 is, until they reach a certain point and then they go active. It's a little confusing, but they actually have to have a kickover command that doesn't happen the minute the radar gets dropped like it does on the AMRAAM. Had the F-14 program actually continued...
251, Mike, check 251.
Had the F-14 program actually continued...
I got you.
We would have actually seen the
Am I on the
D
Dubai
model.
server or still on Kabuleti? This one is the Kabuleti.
push people on.
That's weird, I just reconnected SRS.
Yep, we're gonna still turn you down. We need to turn you down. Anyway, what I was saying is, had the F-14 program continued, we would have seen a D model that would have implemented a lot of the changes that the AMRAAM actually had, with regards to switching from semi-active radar homing to it active once the radar lock was dropped. That never actually transpired because the F-14 was retired in 2006. The Phoenix, once that decision had been made, got retired in 2004. It's a long, not particularly fun or interesting topic. I'm really kind of bitter about it because this aircraft is way more for what the Navy needed than the F-18 was, the F-18 Super Hornet ever was. Bit of a shimmy there. We can remove ground power.
Turn off the ground power.
We can remove ground air supply.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Waiting on Jester to get things started up. We gotta wait for the engines to actually start. I don't think the F-111 actually made it to carriers, though. I'm pretty sure the F-111 was basically stillborn. They tried doing it, but why did the left engine not start? Serious? Oh. Why?
Chief, connect ground air supply.
There we go. Gotta wait for it to actually fully start. Now it'll start. Okay, we need to reset our wing sweep program. That should handle a large number of that. Fine. Both. I remember reading somewhere that the Phoenix was designed to be air-to-air and air-to-ground. No worries. You might actually be thinking about the AIM-54 being used for anti cruise missile. Actually, really? Why is the left engine not starting? This is a ridiculously annoying bug, and I'm gonna be pissed if I have to restart this because now it should. I think I accidentally pulled the handle when I clicked over back onto the screen. I really hate that. Hopefully this works. Jester's still aligning things, so I'm thinking we should be good. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, he's ready. We got gun round engines. They actually... Okay, they're actually working. Radios. He needs to go... Select radio channel. I think it was 2.
Got it.
For 12. Okay. Oh, flaps need to come down. We also need to check our DLC. Yeah, it's working. Go ahead and stow those. Tomcat departing Stennis Cat 1. Up to mill. Not supposed to do afterburner takeoffs. Salute. Oh. Oh well. Ground air supply was still connected.
Friendly 2-ship, bra.
It'll work. It'll be fine. They'll get over it.
Friendly 2-ship, bra.
And
005, 32 miles. Angels 21. We've got a friendly 045, 42 miles. Angels 14. And a bandit, bra. 015, 50 miles. 27,000.
Let's get this old girl up to altitude.
51 miles. 30,000. And a bandit, bra. 050, 49 miles.
You can actually see, and this is one of the downsides to this, whoa. Oh, we got a lot of angle of attack on, that's why. Why are my afterburners not firing? This is interesting problem, comrade. I suppose we should probably take our altimeter and stuff out of their respective modes. Neither one of my afterburners are kicking on. I mean, the right one is, or the left one is, my bad. That's kind of not good. Wonder why the right afterburner's not working.
1 o'clock.
The engine's working. Let's come... Yeah, we gotta come left a little bit. Actually, no, we're gonna come right. What? 039.
I'm showing nails 10 o'clock.
Got a Su-33, but... What is going on?
Roger that. Cannot comply.
Alright, well then come left. Aircraft is handling a little weird. Is the U.S. Navy going to keep the Nimitz-class carriers in service? I can't imagine they wouldn't. Happens to the best of us, man, I'm telling you. What happens if I switch those over to their secondaries? Then do we get after... Yeah! There we go!
573 miles.
Now we're getting some burner love. All right, let's get to altitude then. Let's use this opportunity to get up in altitude. We got some bombers to shoot down. More importantly, at 034, we've got
005, 71 miles.
our radios over. You can see we've got some enemy target tracks over here.
Friendly. 12
Missile
o'clock,
prep needs to
13
go on. Master arm needs to come on. Need to go to air. We also need to pitch down. We don't lose an insane amount of speed. Okay. Ahead of us.
Okay. Cannot comply.
029. So we need to come left a little bit. We've got friendlies ahead, but they are
Fights on. Nails, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. This Sioux is at... I can't even see. We got a 29 locking us up on our right hand side, but I can't tell if that's a friendly or what the McD. Yeah, MiG-29. Okay. Oh, did he lose the lock? Deal here.
Roger. He's locked. Target, 32 miles.
We're burning fuel to get there, though.
That's a bear.
How far away is this bear? I would like the other target, personally. The one off to his right a little bit. That's, you know, a Su-37.
Wilco. Bandit, raw. 015, 31 miles. Copy. I've got a lock.
That's the bear again.
That's a bear.
No.
28 miles.
Bring it.
Copy. You got it. Unable. Roger. Got lock.
There.
Friendly, KC-135, 12 o'clock, 8 miles. Heads up, Nails, 3 o'clock. And, Nails, 12 o'clock. There's a friendly, 2 o'clock. 4 miles. Damn it, I lost lock.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, we're on. Can do it? Okay. He's locked.
Is that him again, though? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at those. What the?
Target, 22 miles.
22 nautical miles. We're gonna launch this Phoenix a little late if we can. Went out of burner. We're moving though. What's his range? 19 miles. We're dumping one. Goodbye, Phoenix. Happy flights. Let's get below him.
18 miles. Shit, spike, 1 o'clock. That's a Su-27.
No, that's a Su-33. It's notching.
Okay.
No notching for you.
Target 13 miles. I lost lock.
No!
Copy. I've got a lock.
That is not the target, though.
Damn it, I lost lock. Roger.
The MiG-23 at 020. Shit. This is gonna suck.
11 o'clock. Oh shit, I lost lock.
Yeah, it's fine. No, don't. No.
9 o'clock high. Roger, okay. Got lock. Oh shit, lost the lock. 6 o'clock high.
6. Uh-oh. We're gonna end up getting shot down again. 304.
Four o'clock.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stay with me. Tomcat. All right, we're gonna take over our radar. Stop. Uh-oh, we're gonna depart. Here we go. Stay with me. You got this. Stop rolling. Okay, the MiG-23s are 299.
We've got a friendly. 095, 24
I wonder if we got the other
miles,
one.
39, and a bandit. Raw. 010, 25 miles. Roger. Unable.
Well, figure it out.
Copy that. I have a lock.
Hey, Jesus. All right, Mav. Get him. Got a Sparrow out.
That's a Tu-142. Target 31 miles.
Really? That's 31 miles? We got him. Really? No. You goober. $298 at 10.7. Shit, that is one. Oh no.
Okay. Target 30 miles.
30 miles? How are we... There. What is that? What is it? Bomber. Too far away. Not a MiG. This is a dangerous game we be playing. .303 at 17,000. Oh, at 17,000 feet. That is a flanker.
That's a flanker. Target.
Nope.
12 miles.
That was totally the wrong one to launch. Ah! There. This will get him going. This will actually have a high PK. We'll actually might actually be able to sneak this one. I think these other two that we got over here are actually going to be targets as well. Okay, this dude's...
Didn't hit.
Well, of course it didn't. I don't know if this one's going to or not.
Tu-142, 12 o'clock, 11 miles. MiG-23, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I wish you would actually show me the MiG-23.
Flash.
Got one.
Shit, I lost the lock.
Dump a Phoenix at whatever this is.
MiG-23,
bear.
12 o'clock.
16 thou. That one's going to be active here pretty soon.
Bandit, TU-142, 1 o'clock. 12 miles.
That guy's bailing away.
10 o'clock high. MiG-23, 12 o'clock.
We got
Bandit
that guy.
is going down.
That guy's burning away. I don't know if we're going to actually be able... Let's... Screw it. He wants to do this. We'll launch on him. And it's a Phoenix. It'll get there.
12 o'clock. Closing.
We're just freaking we're just freaking nuking stuff. Oh, he's burning.
Slaughter, 12 o'clock. Closing.
Splash one.
The bandit is going down.
Yeah. Come on. Another one over here somewhere. Not, we'll go shoot down this.
Slaughter, 11 o'clock. 6 miles.
346 at 14 thou. Come on.
Two o'clock.
2 o'clock, roger. 346. This is one thing I don't like about this aircraft is the lack of an effective HUD. No.
Roger. I have a lock.
Hey,
You
coming.
got this. Shoot him. Closing.
Range. 4 nautical miles. Yeah, we can shove a Sparrow up him at 4 nautical miles.
Roger. Switching to pulse lock mode.
Lost.
Lock. 12
Really?
o'clock. 12 o'clock. Three o'clock low.
Really? Going left to right.
8 o'clock low.
8 o'clock.
$11 low.
Buddy, come on. $1.8 at 203.
On a 6. Keep it up. Closing.
Is at 5,000 feet. See him.
5 o'clock.
$5 o'clock.
$12.
Where?
Shit, I lost the lock.
I saw him. I don't think that's it. That's a bomber. 4 nautical miles at 277.
Haven't touched him. Closing.
And he's up at 12 thou. Fine.
Copy that. Okay, I'm dropping tanks.
Punch him.
Go get him, man. Closing.
Thank you.
Copy that. Line him up. He's right in front of us. Got locked.
What range is he, though?
He's dead ahead, man.
3 miles. Two miles. This is intense.
Come on, man. 12 o'clock. Closing. Splash! On at 6, go get him! Closing.
Is it enough to shoot him down? No. Is he going down, or what's the deal?
Man. Closing.
Round, dart. Poof!
Shit, I lost the lock.
That's because he's in the ground. All right, we are dry. Let's do what the good Lord says, and let's GTFO. Woo! We got 4 kills in that last little string. Jesus. Oh man. Let's see if I can't put this turkey down on the deck. Holy crap, we are a ways away from her though.
Bandit 2 ships, raw, 120, 55 miles.
Yikes. Talk about being like true on hectic. I'm surprised that those guys didn't actually turn and fight. 2 MiG-23s versus an F-14. That would actually been a, especially with how I play this thing, that would have been a fairly decent fight on their part. Okay, so this is our speed gauge. After that stress, you can read the speed gauge. It's actually in Mach. Hang on. Let's turn on altitude hold. Now. Okay. Why are we shaking? What's the deal here? Okay. Turn these back on. Altitude hold. Not the... Whatever. Okay. Jesus. It's... Now we got a really awesome shimmy. Now screw it. Where was I? Oh, you can read the Mach gauge. So we're at Mach 0.9, but this inner gauge here actually shows us what our speed is. So we're about 450 knots, give or take. I do not know if I'm going to be able to put this girl down on a deck or what we're going to run into here, but we need to get back as fast as we can. One thing I don't like about this is the amount of navigation that you have to do in the mini-map, so we're headed the right direction. It's just not, I'm just not a fan of it. Everything being as analog as it is also really annoying. You know, it gets hard to read this. So we're at 400 knots now. This is actually, I enjoy flying this aircraft. So for me, this is amazing. I enjoy the crap out of flying this thing. This is one of the more fun aircraft in this game, in my opinion, and it just recently got added. So I love it. I love it. This is good times. You know, we got 5 air kills. Another guy that's got 4. He's in a Su-27. I'll keep my F-14. I mean, this thing is really enjoyable for me. We don't need to be gaining this much altitude. This is why I wish we could get our altitude hold to not cause that really bad shimmy. Oh, is it not going to do it? Kinda is. All right, we'll deal with it. Anywho, pull us out a little bit, and then we'll do ground track hold. I don't know if ground track hold works over. Jesus, 27 nautical miles, 338 knots. I think we're gonna have to step it up a little bit. I don't want to add a whole bunch of. We're below the bingo state, right? So I mean, we're As Mav would, or as Goose would say, we're bingo fuel, Mav. Let's get back to base. This is where we have to go. I mean, right here. 60 nautical miles. So when Whiskey's on a commercial flight and they ask if anyone can pilot, he can raise his hands. If it's a 737, I probably could. I actually have a decent amount of time in the 737 NGX line of aircraft in Flight Sim 10. I know where all the instrumentation and controls are at, so I mean that's a relatively huge advantage if that situation were to ever occur, which I don't think it ever would, but you do never know. I mean, it's possible. I believe they made the comment was made on the forums that the best cruise speed for this thing for best fuel economy is like 250 knots with the flaps out. But we're not gonna rock 250 knots in this thing with Sue pursuing us. It's just not gonna happen. I don't know that we're gonna be able to put this guy down on the deck. I don't know that we're gonna get there. Let's just redivert to Sochi. We'll land at Sochi and we'll call it that. I'm not comfortable with not being able to make it to the place that we're going and then only having a little bit of fuel left once we get there. And I don't think there's any tankers. What tanker are you? Oh, we could go try and tank at Arco, but there's no point. Change my stream heading. What? Oh. Yeah, let's actually hit the update button. I bet that helps. Oh, it says World of Warships. What? I set all this stuff up on Twitch before. I don't know why it's doing it, but whatever. It should update here pretty soon. That Sue is okay. The Sue's far enough out. I think we can back off a little bit. Stability stuff is going haywire. We'll just hand fly it. It'll be fine. It will be fine, comrades. I promise. Sochi should be ahead of us. Yeah, right there, right ahead of us. Should be able to see it. Let's take this guy. Okay. I haven't bought the F-14 yet. Man, that's almost like sacrilege. Sochi traffic, F-14. Down to a... runway 06 for full stop landing. Welcome to the next gen CV's rework from Wargaming. Real life flight action, nice. Wargaming wishes they had a game this awesome. Interestingly enough, this is also a Russian company, though.
Okay, we have a friendly. 110, 86 miles. Angels 20.
I'm glad you're calling that out, man, but I don't need to know about friendlies. I just need to know about enemies. We're almost super cruising. If I throttled up to where this thing would actually... Oh, God. 400 pounds of fuel. By the way, this...
Chevy 23, can I get a radio check?
I read you loud and clear on 251. This...
Roger that, thank you.
This fuel gauge can be off by as much as 400 pounds of fuel. Yikes. That's a very small number. In this... Oh, it's a Tu-142. I'm not worried about a bear bomber. He's not a... He's in one of those not a threats. Oh. Hey. Oh, it's right there. Alright, let's cut our fuel consumption entirely because we don't need it. We could glide in. There's the runway right there off the glass pane window thingamajigger. Thingamajigger, technical term. You haven't... I can't believe you haven't bought this thing yet. This thing is insane. And it's got good music to roll with it, too. Although this thing actually has a tape player in it, by the way. I'm not going to turn it on because it's insanely loud relative to the music that I have in the background. So we'll spare everybody the pain and suffering of that. Wings are automatically coming out like they're supposed to. We're in landing mode. Speed is currently 400 knots, which means we need to bleed some. Also, the Tomcat has another interesting feature. The air brakes are required for landing on a carrier. Yeah, you heard that right. Should be required for landing on land as well. Sochi traffic, Tomcat on final for runway 06 for full. And we're 300 knots. Oh, we got to deploy flaps, but we can't do that until we're below a certain speed. Gear down. Put them down now. DLC should come up. Go. DLC's coming up. We're making lazy S's to try and get airspeed down as much as possible without slamming on the brakes, or... I mean, we've already slammed on the brakes, I suppose. Okay.
300 feet.
Yeah, this is not lined up real well, but...
100 feet. 50. 30.
And a nice gentle touchdown at Sochi. What the deuce? Not even using the brakes. Nope. Now we're going to use the brakes. Jeez. Oh, come on! We got a wheel in the grass and it's like... I don't want to take off. There. Go. You're good. One thing I don't like about this game is you put wheels in the grass and it takes like full afterburner to get you moving again. That was one of the worst landings I've had on land in this aircraft in forever. I also like the pilot's head movements up in the, you can see it up in the mirror moving. Oh, the parking brake is on. How'd the parking brake get left on? That's interesting. Alright, let's retract our flaps. Pull our wings back. Taxi to our next taxi spot here. We will rearm, refuel, and we will go up and see if we can't shoot down a bunch of bears. It's one thing I don't like about this this current version of Through the Inferno is the it's all bombers. Like that's all you get to intercept, and they did it for one reason only, and we're flying in it. Going. All right. So does anybody have any questions about the F-14? While we're sitting here at Sochi, we're going to be rearming, refueling. Look at that, 12%. That's how much we had left.
Request refueling.
Open the canopy up.
Request rearming. Copy.
Such a beautiful aircraft. It's so pretty. On your defense, it weighs 30 tons. Well, it doesn't help that I had the parking brake on. I mean, when you land with the parking brake on, I'm actually surprised that we didn't damage something on the landing, but it looks like we got all of our landing gear and stuff intact. So... Land Warrior saying blasphemous things like the F-16 is better. In its little narrow flight envelope, the F-16 is in fact better. Outside of that flight envelope, the F-14 is light years better. I don't think that's a good idea. If SCO gets on here, I'll fly the Rio seat, but for right now, looking out for me. I appreciate it. I know there were some people that were wondering, since I live in the great land of Nebraska, about all the flooding and stuff that goes on. I'm okay. I have family members that are west of me that didn't make out nearly as lucky. They didn't lose much, but they lost enough. My immediate family is all fine because they're over by Omaha, and they're not in any position. They're not really that near any water to where flooding would be an issue for them. But I'm okay here. We avoided the worst of it anyway. Everything else around us flooded pretty bad. There were a couple houses in town that were pretty close to getting flooded out, but we're fine here. So, and if, oh, ladder. Is the ladder really deployed? No, it's not. What a load of bupkis. Huh. Whatever. Fuel's coming up. Hey, Nebraska is a great place. You don't see us complaining about, you know, not having federal aid and all that nonsense like some of those people in Texas were doing, you know. Or, I'd say that's pretty accurate. A lot of dirt. Have you driven across Nebraska? Yes, I have in fact driven across Nebraska. Far too many times to count. There are definitely more than 3 trees in the state of Nebraska. I have 3 trees on my property alone. And I can see my neighbor's trees. Depends on what part of Nebraska you're driving across. Western Nebraska can be kind of rough. Eastern Nebraska is usually pretty good, though. Eastern Nebraska, you've got all of the rolling hills and bluffs. Western Nebraska looks an awful lot like Kansas until you get out, like, right by the Wyoming-Colorado border. And then it starts turning into... They're not mountains, but they are, bluffs, I guess you could call them. Very large hills. It's actually pretty pretty out west. Just not a big fan of being that far from family. Certainly far more interesting than Central Texas. So Nebraska is not Kansas. We actually have taste in sports here. The only good thing that ever came from Kansas was Pizza Hut, and that's suspect. This bird has so much fuel, it takes forever to freaking refuel it. 14,000 pounds. Let's go. Dude. Music courtesy of Meteor. This is the end of the White Crows album. We got 1 song left, and it's actually from the Defender of the Fleet album, which is the album for the DCS F-14. Then it switches back to Defender of the Fleet. Kansas steaks? No. Kansas would like to think that they make good steaks. Reality is that they don't.
Refueling complete.
Finally. Jeez, Pete's. Get some missiles on board. They're completely dry. SCO would have taken this as an added challenge, like, man, we got this. Got the important missiles on board. Sidewinders. Rearming complete.
Rearming complete.
Alright, let's close. Let's taxi. We are headed to 06 for departure. Sochi traffic, Tomcat taxi. 06 for departure. Oh no, we turned the parking brake off. We're good. Let's go. Once we get on the taxiway here, we'll unfurl our mighty wings. Take me on your mighty wings. Hear the Bones. Last song on the White Crows album. Also one of the songs on the Defender of the Fleet album. Wings are coming out. And set our flaps down. DLC's popping up. Checking that. It's always a good idea to check the DLC on this thing because of the way that this aircraft lands on aircraft carriers and its configuration is really, really, really important that you have access to those. Also makes taking off and landing on carriers like ridiculously easy. It's almost cheating. Once again, just over 20,000 pounds of fuel. So no questions about the F-14, huh? That's odd. Thing is so beautiful, comrades, look at it. Sochi traffic, Tom, runway 06. All right. We are about to take off. Glorious F-14 Tomcat from runway. Get ourselves in takeoff mode. Get our trim. Air intercept radar locking us up. That's interesting. We're on the ground, so that's an impressive feat. All right, let's power on up to mill. And let's roll. I think we'll go after those MiG-21s at 025-ish. See if we can't catch them. 120. Back on the stick. Positive rate, gear up. Keep the flaps down until we get some airspeed.
Friendly 4 ships, raw, 255, 2 miles, Angels 1.
Alright, let's roll left. Angels 1. That's pretty comical.
Traffic, F-15, 6 o'clock, 2 miles, friendly, 060, 64 miles, Angels...
Ooh, MiG-21s are actually headed almost away from us. We might not catch them. This makes me sad. Okay. Now that we're in a decent climb rate, let's get our master arm turned on. Oh, wow. I think the RWR, the radar warning receiver on the F-14, is a touch too sensitive. Picking up MiG-29s all the way out here. And I'm guessing that's what this guy is shooting at. Because he's throwing out missiles like they're candy right now, so...
Bandit, Bra, 030, 74 miles. I'm showing nails, 10 o'clock.
Hey,
we got a spike, 3 o'clock.
MiG-28? We're being locked up by MiG-28! Uh-oh. Is there anybody actually flying an F-5 right now? There is none. That means it is enemy. It means if we roll to right-hand side, we can get ourselves MiG-28 kill. See, very rare bird. Then we can make the excuse that we were inverted. We're actually going to kind of...
We've got nails, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, huh? Big pair of MiG-29s. Did the Sioux not kill him? The Sioux got shot down by them. Oi. That's kind of rough when you get shot down by your comrades. Compliment to you, sir. You and Flambass are the funniest goofballs on YouTube that do wows. Oh boy. Are you sure about that, comrade? I have been known to send people to dark places, like Gulag. It is a very interesting place, you see. I think we should be... You can actually see them on the radar. He's actually got one locked up in track wall scan mode. We could...
030, 68 miles.
I'm almost tempted to shoot at him. Oh, there's two of them, so there's the second one finally on the radar. There's no way he's making that much headway. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's him there. I love how you can always tell when Jester is like freaking out. Because he's... Well, in the radar, too, you can see how it's just... It must be jamming? I don't think the MiG-21 has jamming, though, does it? I don't know if it does or not. Not actually flown the thing.
Okay, he's locking us, 3 o'clock.
Another MiG-28. Very rare bird indeed. Very, very rare bird.
He's locking us, 9 o'clock. And nails, 10 o'clock.
Two targets there, Jester. Yeah, see, the radar is losing them again.
We got a spike on our 9, on our 9.
Those missiles are definitely not launched at us. They are too far away for that to be at us. Yeah. Fire the nuke! More DACA! We don't have any nukes on board, sadly. We just have to settle for AIM 54s.
Friendly, E3, 3 o'clock, 14 miles.
We're about ready to turn and engage these MiG-29s, because that's really annoying. Man, those MiGs have to be like one right on top of the other. 0.3 of a mile. I mean, they're pretty close. I don't want to lock one up though, because if I lock one up right now, he may bail. I'd rather keep him in track wall scan until we get to about 20 nautical miles, and then we'll launch on them. These 29s, sorry, they're Su's. It looks like they're Su-33s. They're 60. They're about the same distance, though. Eh. We'll keep rocking it. At 60 nautical miles, I'm not too afraid of them. Oh, we're losing altitude. What the heck? It's all about gaining altitude in this aircraft, you see. 47 nautical miles.
Mud, 4 o'clock.
Not worried about that thing. This is Fubar. No, this is the Caucasus. Finally getting 2 contacts there on the radar. That radar scan distance 50.
Got it.
Now we're getting a 2-ship there. The other one's locked is identified by data link, so send them gifts of freedom. Oh, comrade, they will get gifts of freedom, all right. Roll a little left. A little bit more roll. It's getting close. Heading is 275.
This is it.
Anyone thou. Come on, Jester. Do your job. What do I need to do? Dive down for you? Can automatically switch out of this mode.
Copy that. Unable.
Switch to pulse. He's not going to lock him up.
Roger. Unable.
He's there, man, I'm telling you. Go to pulse.
Spike, 10 o'clock. Copy. Okay, he's locked.
Thank you. Let's dump him.
Target, 14 miles.
See if we can't watch the birdie.
Oh, you son of a... I lost the lock. Okay. Okay, he's locked. Copy that.
He trashed that missile.
Nope. He's locking us 9 o'clock.
I'm pretty sure he trashed that missile. That's irritating. Alright, dump another one then.
Target, 9 miles. What? I lost the lock.
Really?
Wilco. Not able. Copy that. He's locked. He broke lock.
Both those missiles got trashed. Thanks, Jester.
I have a spike. 11 o'clock. That's a fish bed. Target 4 miles.
See if we can't get him with the Sparrow.
Bandits. Fish bed. 11 o'clock low. 2 miles. Splash.
Got one.
10 o'clock. 11 o'clock low. Bandit is down.
Okay, where's the one that's...
He's on 12. Closing.
Saw him down here.
9 o'clock.
Where? Whoa.
6 o'clock high.
Really? Well, that's no good. Oh, maybe it's just freaking out because, in that sky. Where is he? Nope. 268. 268 for 10 nautical miles.
He's on a nose. Spike. 12 o'clock. And, spike. 3 o'clock.
Come on. Got nothing. Should be picking something up. Unless he's way up high or something like that. $279. 14.
Can't do that.
Yes, you can. Jerk. Yes, this is in fact a huge game file. I want to say my entire install for this game is close to 120 gigs just in the one game file, and like another 60 or something like that in the save game. It's ridic. It's intense.
Unable.
Well, Jester, you and I are about to have problems.
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Fine. We've got 2 Phoenixes, a bunch of targets at 225 that he is not picking up currently.
Okay.
Oh, they're still to the left.
Bandit 2 ship, Bra, 285, 73 miles, 28,000. And a Bandit 2 ship, Bra, 225, 29 miles. Sorry, I meant 22 miles, 27,000. And a Bandit 3 ship, Bra, 190,
There they are.
37 miles, 32,000.
Crack!
Okay, he's locking us 4 o'clock.
Well, it'd help if you would have locked him up first, you goober.
Okay, we're on. Missile, 2 o'clock. Hot. Break right.
I don't think breaking right's gonna do it. Oof.
Missile, 1 o'clock. Hot. Break left.
Seriously, RWR? Find him.
We have a bandit. SU-27. 11 o'clock low. 2 miles. Missile. 11 o'clock low. Hot. 11 o'clock low. Six o'clock.
Got you now.
11 o'clock high. Missile, 12 o'clock high. Hot.
Missed.
7 o'clock low. He's coming right. Two o'clock.
Come
low.
on, baby.
O'clock high. Five o'clock low.
See him, Jester.
5 o'clock. He's coming left. One o'clock high. Spike. 2 o'clock. Missile. 12 o'clock high. Hot.
That hit us.
12 o'clock high. Shit, we took heavy damage. Lock. I'm looking.
Nope, we're down. Oh yeah, we're big time down. Ugh. Well, we tried. Lost a wing in the process. Oy. Uh-oh, did the game actually crash? Nope, it's gone. There it goes. Well, we added a 6th kill to our list, but ended up losing it in the process. That kind of stinks. It all has to do with if Jester's doing his job and you can actually find them. It's actually very, very easy. Oh, geez. This is bad. That's bad because if that explodes, we will die, and this is a problem with the carrier spawns. It's really annoying. We'll give it a shot, see what happens.
ICS comm check. Can you hear me? Roger.
That guy started. Eject Jester, he didn't do his job. So accurate. So many different levels.
Check.
We're gonna skip a lot of the emergency startup stuff. We're just gonna do what we shouldn't do, which is just start things up and go. We do have to do the left engine half crank thing, which is annoying, to say the least. Make sure our pressure comes up. Yeah, he said brake left, and then I was already rolling left. So then I tried to turn and roll right, and yeah, it was too late at that point. Also, when that last missile launched, well, it wouldn't have mattered. It was heads up when the missile got. Jesus. Oh, he just launched. That's why. The missile was head on, and there was no way. I didn't have enough speed and AOA to do it. I thought we were rolling on his 6, but he must have, like, inverted and flipped and Did all sorts of crazy things. I thought we were gonna have my... I was happy I was able to actually find him. Because usually it's pretty easy to lose him in all of the ground clutter and stuff. Alright. Bit annoyed with the way that one kind of shook out, though. He wasn't doing his job. We didn't get any locks on him until it was way too late for us to be able to do anything, and it was like, what the heck? Oh, that one actually was managed to take off. Well, that's neat. And starting up. This turned on. Both. These guys rolling. We can disconnect from ground power now.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Disconnect from air.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Kneel. Connect. I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't, why he's not acknowledging it's thing. Check our DLC. Down, up, good. Whatever. Jester's being weird. Hawkwolf 190? No. Oh, oops. Sorry, Jester. No! Are you kidding me?
Roger.
We're gonna be sitting here a while. Well, in the meantime, we'll fold the... Well, we'll raise the flaps and then we'll... Tract our wings here because... me taking the parking brake off removed the automatic stored heading. And we can't actually launch missiles without at least getting to this here. Really annoying. I don't even know if they even... Are we even loaded? Yeah, we're loaded. I don't think a Focke-Wulf 190 could handle an F-14. We know a Zero can't handle an F-14. We saw that in Final Countdown. I'm pretty sure that MiG-29 is not launching a missile at us. Are you guys on YouTube? Are you guys actually getting decent video quality? For some odd reason, it's telling me that video output is low for some odd reason. Hard for... Network error. There it goes. It's playing. I don't know what its deal is. In the meantime, while we're waiting for this to do, we'll go over our stream schedule real quick. So our next live stream is going to be the 26th of March, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's next Tuesday. That's War Thunder Ground Forces. If you want some World of Warships action, you have to wait till the 30th of March. That's also at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's a Saturday. If you haven't checked out the Discord server, there is a link to that in the description to this video. Highly recommend you guys check it out if you haven't already. Have a lot of great fun on there. Yeah, anyway, get back over to the live screen. There we go. Video is fine. Okay, good. Sometimes YouTube's little built-in analytics thing is not very accurate or consistent, so... We're gonna sit here and we're gonna be burning a lot of fuel. Just now getting to, you can see we're at the notch here where we could take off and navigate. We're still not close enough to actually being able to fire. Really annoying. Guess we could do some of these test switch stuff. Huzzah! Look at all the lights. They're all on. Should be fire lights, which are this light and this light, and they're on. We won't do the next one because everything else is already, it's very obvious that it works. Anyway, that is so the Hornet has all these bit tests that you have to run through the all the displays. This has a switch. You pull up on it, you push down, you rotate it to the right one, you push down on it, and no, the West server's not crashing currently. it was crashing really bad at the beginning of this live stream. I mean, like, bad. I what was it, 3 times I think I tried to get in and it would crash. And so we went and played some single player stuff, but I think it's actually due for a reset. Yeah, 4 minutes. We're not gonna have this thing set up and running by then, so we're gonna jump out of the server. We'll go see if we can't do some more dogfighting, and we're gonna get my revenge on that SU-27 since there's only 4 minutes left on the server, and then we'll come back and see if we can't restart. And we'll see if we can't get some. Actually, let's do that. Let's do some carrier landings. We can watch this mess that is me trying to land this thing on the aircraft carrier. I've gone and I've talked about how easy this aircraft is to land on the aircraft carrier so much compared to the Hornet, and watch me completely screw this up. Remember that movie and thought, could the F-14 just do a high-speed pass and just smash the zero with that sonic boom? No, I don't think that's how that works, but maybe? Question mark. Alright, so this is going to be a carrier landing mission. Hopefully we can accomplish this goal. I need to edit this. I need to actually go in and edit this mission so that it has the correct skin, because it's got us in some weird skin and I don't really... Alright. Yep, there we go. Need lights. Need lights. Okay, so to land the F-14 on a carrier, you gotta sweep your wings all the way to the back. At least as the initial part of it. Whoa. Using way too much altitude.
There's a friendly.
Hook is down. Hook is right here. Trim this girl so that we actually are flying somewhat level. We're low into the entry into this pattern. ATC Stennis inbound.
Infield 1-1 inbound. Infield 1-1.
So we're currently set up to do a triple nickel. This is the ultimate in sketch right here. So as we're in the middle, this is a busy entry into this. So as we get over the edge of the deck, we're going to pop our speed brake. We are going to roll in, put our wings into auto. We are pulling G and pulling G and pulling G. Trying to get this girl slowed down. Gear coming down, flaps coming down. We are in the correct. Whoa, we are way high though. Like I said, this triple nickel brakes on this thing are a wee bit on the sketch side. We're gonna put some power in because if we don't, we're gonna end up in the drink. Gotta coordinate your turns. Little low, so we need to come up a little bit. Use our DLC to come up.
Check landing gear. Wind 029 at 4 meters per second. Runway 31.
Okay, we're on glide slope. We're a little right. We are really fast though. Uh-oh, somebody's trying to get a hold of me. Touchdown, that's gonna be a 3-wire.
Enfield 1-1. Taxi to parking area.
Ooh, 3-wire.
Right, Chester? That's what I'm thinking, man. Alright, so while we're getting pulled back here, roll up our wings. Fire. That's interesting. What'd I do? Run out? Oh, wow. We're still attached.
Enfield 1-1. You are clear for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at 2.
Finish pulling us back. Drop the wire. There it goes. Whew. We managed to 3-wire that. That was impressive. Oh man, I can't believe we 3-wired after that friggin' horrible, and I mean horrible approach to the carrier. Jeez, that was 110% sketch. This is look at how badly this is killing my frame rates. About 41% right now, which doesn't seem terrible until you factor in that it is. Okay, so that's those will oversweep now, and we can actually see them oversweep. Once, give it a second here. There they go. All right, let's see if we can't. We got to go backward. Oh. So our groove time was 22 seconds, but this is actually, look at how neat of a utility this is. We got a 3-wire. We were long in the groove, but we nailed the 3-wire, and we were actually on glide slope for the majority of the landing. We were fast though. We were really quite fast. This is legitimately a really cool utility though. So you can see here the green is slow, the yellow is fast, or sorry, red is fast. The yellow is the on speed, and we were not, but not too shabby, all things considered. Does anyone want to see the Rio pit? So here's what the Rio pit looks like. The pilot doesn't do anything stupid. What is he doing? Oh my, we are just gonna go ahead and back right on out of that. He was about to do some really bad things. I wonder if we have missions that can be flown from the Rios. Does not look like it. All right. Well, that was a neat carrier landing. Let's do. We're gonna do the Lion in the Sun just one more time. Then we'll go see if Through the Inferno's back up yet. I have perfect soundboard for this. Lock him up. Force him defensive. Missile out.
Target 3 miles.
He's gonna end up eating it. Oh, he dodged it. Good. Okay.
Get ready. Bandit. Fish bed. 12 o'clock. 1 mile.
Get him!
Splash.
Is that pieces, or is he still airborne? No, he's airborne still. Nope, that's not gonna find him. Oh, it might.
Light him up. He's right in front of us.
Ooh, missed. Barrow, no, we want guns. This aircraft has some really interesting flight characteristics with regards to role reversal. Yeah, get out of the sky.
Missile missed the target.
At high angles of attack, the tendency is for this aircraft to, ooh.
Oh shit, lost the lock.
The tendency is for this aircraft to actually reverse its direction of roll at high angles of attack. And so things like what we're doing here. Alright, roll. We gotta roll with the rudder. And we're gonna roll the other way.
7 o'clock
Okay.
low.
How is he not dead yet? He ate a sidewinder to
9
the
o'clock
face.
low.
Got a lock yet?
Shoot him, shoot him.
Oh no. Pieces. Just in time for missile
Really?
launch.
I lost the lock.
Pooey! Yeah, that pilot definitely went rogue. Let's see if I've not actually ever gotten this thing into a spin, so we're gonna take this up and we're gonna get it into a flat spin. No, my favorite scene in Top Gun is not the volleyball scene. It's actually the scene in which it's the first scene in when he gets to the Top Gun school and he's facing off against Jester, ironically enough. So, asymmetric thrust. Cross. Come on, get into a spin. It's starting. Yes! There it is! We're gonna get it! Okay, so according to all the documentation, pull back on the stick, use the rudder to roll into the turn if you can, nose will go down, and recovered. Nice. Nice. We had plenty altitude, so that helped out a lot too. So let's see if we can't roll this guy in again. So we're gonna cross up our stick. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. This thing doesn't... Okay, so for all of the hoopla about the Tomcat being really susceptible to flat spins, we're doing a pretty good job of trying to get this girl to depart, and she is not doing it. It might end up pancaking into the ground, but it's not because of a flight departure. Why it's called Turkey by some? No, the reason why it's called Turkey is because in its landing configuration, it looks ridiculous. Let's see if we can't put it into... Well, let's not aim at a mountain when we do this. So we'll bleed some speed here, and we'll actually put this thing into its full landing configuration and see if I can't pause the game and move the camera around so you can see what an LSO sees when this thing is landing. Oh, gotta bleed a little bit more speed. Still going too fast. Gear can come down. Flaps. DLC is up. Gotta have air brake deployed. Get this thing into landing config, and let's see if we can't... We gotta get it paused at on speed. Pause. That's pretty close. Okay. So what an LSO sees when this thing is landing is it just sees all of these flaps of surfaces and configurations all extended. So he's looking at this aircraft going, holy buckets, there's a lot of stuff going on with this aircraft. Let's see if we can't, let's see if the Inferno server is back up yet. Looks like it is, but this says, oh no, that's time that it's been operating. So yeah, it just reset. Whew. Let's jump back in there and see if maybe the changed a wee bit. I was actually hoping that SCO would jump on and we could show the show the Rio pit in action, because the Rio pit is actually really cool. I would have never thought in a million years that being in the Rio pit would be, like, fun. But it actually is quite a lot of fun. I actually really enjoy the Rio, doing the Rio duties, because you've got a lot of stuff that you can do back there. And you have control over the Phoenix if you wanted to launch it and the pilot is, you know, falling asleep or whatever. You can launch it for him. You also get control of the Lantern pod. There's just a lot of things that you can do back there. And Lantern is kind of neat, too, the way it looks and stuff. Game actually gonna load, or did it actually... Nope, there it goes. Yes. This, like I said, if you were expecting MiG-29 in this game, in this live stream, you are on the wrong server. You're on the wrong live stream, because this one's entirely F-14 dominated. This has been my favorite aircraft for years. Long load time. Or the game crashed. Also highly likely that the game crashed. Nope, nope. Something's happening. Oh my goodness. Nobody breathe. And we're in. Jesus. I legitimately did not think that was ever going to happen. Alright. Seen this before.
Copy. Ground air supply is now on. Ground air supply is now connected.
Alright.
Roger that.
Up, Jester. See you.
DCS comm check.
Read you looking chicken.
Okay.
Ride. Let's try, it's the Mark 60s, it's the A model Mark 60s. Let's try this guy.
Check.
Oh. That's an interesting loadout. So these are not smokeless.
Request refueling.
These AIM 54s are not smokeless, which means that that means that we got to be careful when we launch them. Cause baby, I know that you've lost that love and feeling. You don't want to hear me sing, that's scary. We can go ahead and do our wings now because we're on ground and we're jerks like that. Okay, that switch is checked over to the left, so we're checked back to the center, so now we can go to the left engine. We're going to wait for it to spool and give us PSI, and then we're going to transfer over and then start the thing. Okay, it's a 20. That's leveled out, so we will go ahead and stop the crank. Try and... Whoa! Track IR's going. Go, dog. I hear you wanted to... get access to the switch, so went ahead and decided to put your head through the window. MiG-25 is greater than F-14? Boy. Now you're really stretching just trying to get a rise out of me. I know you're not that dumb. Cage our gauges. Good. Hey, Bergio, how's it going? Trying to imitate Justin Bieber. I ain't Canadian. Alright, well, he's, we'll go ahead and lower our flaps. Out, DLC's down, up, up. Flaps again. We are started. Still not doing his thing.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply. Chief, turn off the ground power.
Oh yeah. Early morning flights. Station lights up. Really? Yeah, I reset that thing like 8 dozen times. That's on, that's on. Apparently SRS is not connecting because SRS. Disconnect. Connect. There it goes. So now he's starting to do his alignment. Go fine.
Okay.
And now it's all about waiting.
Springfield 5-1. Over ready? Clear to taxi to runway 25.
I don't know why people do carrier practice a multiplayer server and take up a slot that people want. That's kind of annoying. Good as soon as he's good. This INS lineman doesn't take long. You can hear him clicking back there. Now he's not going to do it. You'll see him click up here, and then you'll hear him in the back. This thing is going to align really quick. Look how quick it's aligning. He was flying with Puma in an F-16. He would be an Iron Eagle. Nice. Alright, dude. Have a good one, man. Thanks for checking out the live stream. I love how it says MiG-28 on the RWR for F5s that have the MiG-28 skin. That's awesome. Having insomnia sucks. Well, at least I have an excuse to watch your live stream at 2:30 a.m. There you go. All right, so we're ready to taxi. All right. We're on 251. We're all the way down here in Kobaletti. It's a long way to taxi to runway 25. Kobaletti traffic, Kobaletti traffic. Apparently is going to be to the right, because that's the direction that this goober is going. So, 07 is that runway. I think I need to tweak my curves.
Snaki traffic, IROC, taxiing to runway 09. Snaki.
Drop our flaps. Do. Okay. Yeah. 2-5. That's funny. Probability traffic. Tomcat taking runway 07 for departure. Yes, there are in fact animations for a crashed airplane. There are animations for everything. Including Jester saying things like shit, shit, shit. I think we're just gonna do a hot roll. Really don't think there's any need for us to... Yeah, we're being locked up by one of those F5s. Okay,
friendly
we're up.
2 ships, Bra 280, 1 mile, and a friendly Bra 050.
We're gonna push it up to burner.
Angels 11.
Get some speed.
060, 28 miles. Here we go again. Alrighty. Not anymore.
Please crash it then, no way. Takes way too long to get this thing started up. He dumped both of those F5s? Holy crap. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. This thing is ridiculously strong.
No can do, boss.
Rear check.
Licking chicken.
Affirm, thank you.
Traffic. Tomcat 103 taxi.
I think that dude got both of
Doesn't
them.
matter what channel I use for carrier landing and takeoff.
262 is the default for the public carrier.
Affirm. Now if people would actually use, that'd be fantastic.
Right? Select radio channel.
Somebody wants to announce their impending crash.
We'll go. Singer under 9.
Holy fuck. That's real.
Shit, R6.
What is on our 6, Jester?
Sanaki traffic, IROC lining up on runway 09 for a north departure. Sanaki.
Whoa! That's a... That's a Tomcat. I don't know why I'm trying to engage a Tomcat. I'm not trying to engage...
There's a friendly. Raw 285, 29 miles. Angels 19, and a friendly. Raw 320, 63 miles. Angels 7, and a friendly 3 ship. Raw 290, 86 miles.
That...
Angels 22.
Listen to him, he's so panicked. It's so funny. Like, Jester, calm down, man. 7.3085. Okay.
We have a friendly Eagle, 12 o'clock.
Sanaki traffic,
4
IROC
miles.
switching to 254, clear of active.
Well, I think he's dirt in the ground. I think that's his crater right there. I'm guessing that's accurate. Go ahead and turn this off. Alright, let's get some altitude. Before some really cool screenshots. Right, there we go.
Couple of the traffic, Tomcat taking off.
No, the EWRS report. Go away, EWRS. It's so scenic. I wish it would just go away. EWRS report, that is.
Sanaki traffic, Hog 101, departing runway.
Alright, that's
9,
enough. That's enough of that.
Turn out to the northwest Sanaki.
We just took a whole crap ton of pictures there. It's pretty neat though.
Couple of traffic, Tomcat Extreme. Cleared the act.
We got a long range to go before we get to any enemies. Looks like 250 nautical miles. But I think we got enough time here that we could end up we're just gonna set both of these to the air-to-air channel. I think we got enough time that we can actually navigate to and do an air-to-air refueling, and I think we got enough time to do so. So let's find us Arco. Okay, so Arco. Bing. 288. It's gonna be at 21,000 feet. We'll just go into burner. I mean, why not? It's not like we got anything to lose. We're gonna...
Bra, 280, 17 miles, Angels 5.
We broke the sound barrier. Sorry, this is just like the perfect opportunity in this game to actually take screenshots because you've got all the good light of not being midday. Get our trim on. Trim. Real trim.
Looks like nails, 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we should be able to actually activate our altitude hold here and hopefully not shimmy to death. Awesome.
We've got a friendly, 300, 82 miles, Angels 14. We have a friendly, Hog, 12 o'clock row, 5 miles.
A hog, huh? A10. Yeah, you can tell because there's no sound. So we're 500 knots, but there's no sound ahead of it. But there is behind it. Sound barrier. Alright, let's come out of burner here. Let's re-examine our location. Oh, wait a minute. 9-4, come right. And you'll hear it again too once we...
Friendly, Tomcat, 7 o'clock row, 6 miles.
Once we come out of the sound... Yeah. Oops. See how you can hear it now? That's how you know we broke the sound barrier. I don't know why this thing is not wanting to do an altitude hold. Yeah. Now it should. We're loaded up heavy enough that it's not gonna... We can't super cruise, but if a Tomcat, when it's fully empty, will super cruise. My goodness, apparently I'm a popular person today. Don't care about that, sorry. Okay. So at this point, we're just cruising to the gas station. We are making extremely slow progress towards him. He's not moving that fast, so the issue isn't that.
Heads up, nails. 12 o'clock.
How long can you fly at that speed? Doesn't it burn most of your fuel pretty fast? Yeah. My fuel gauge is actually broken. No, wait, no, never mind. We're just between 10,000 and 9,900 pounds of fuel. Yeah, we didn't get very far burning it at that speed. I mean, legitimately didn't get very far. At least the altitude hold is working. Don't know what the deal is with the turbulence, though. You guys can see that, right? Like, it's shaking. That's not just me. Yee. Makes you wonder what's really going on back there. Alright, man. Do. Almost not read that. Pew. Got a 2 flight of 29s ahead of me. Is there... Can't refuel at Texaco. I don't know. Those 29s are probably enemy.
Friendly, 320, 61 miles. Angels 39. Nails on our nose, 12 o'clock.
Really? I wish we could refuel at this one. Right here. This is like the most impatient part about this game is the F-14's long range with the AIM-54s has made it so that it's actually quite difficult to get to enemy targets, especially when you have this many F-14s spawned in. We're talking about, you know, 135 nautical miles away, being able to engage an F-5 size target at about 25 with reasonably high probability of kill. Bombers, I have shot down Tu-142s as far out as 70 nautical miles. So, I mean, this game has gotten very, very small with the addition of the F-14 in terms of air-to-air capabilities. Which says a lot.
KC-135, 12 o'clock. 9 miles.
Yeah,
Nails on our nose, 12 o'clock.
Wrong KC-135, though. Wish it was the right KC-135. We are barely making progress to this one, though. Yeah, we can't refuel at this KC-135. It's missing the basket, which sucks. Ooh, there are MiG-29s up there. Rate at which our fuel is going down, we may not make it to this guy and me actually be able to refuel unless he decides to turn around here pretty soon. That's alright though. We'll make do. We'll get there.
Spike, 12 o'clock, dead ahead.
That 29 can't even see me on his radar. There's no way. Is he finally turning around? Jester, can you even see these guys on our radar? There's Sue's in there as well? Ugh.
Strike, right on our nose.
It's too far out to be shooting at us. I am not worried about that in the slightest right now. We're gonna back off our speed a little bit. See, the wings are moving. Watch it as it commands new wing positions. Slow down. Is Goober turning yet? It is slowly but surely turning. "100 nautical miles. There's still no way this MiG-29 is launching on me right now. Really makes you, like, wonder, like, is this a bug?
14. Well, 9 o'clock. 7 miles.
Will? Oh my goodness, he's turning! What is this madness? We might actually be able to catch up to him. To refuel. Shoot. Oh. The correct one. Tanker. Arco.
Arco, Springfield, 5-1. Request rejoin. Ready, recontact.
That is not what I wanted to hit.
Recontact at 21,000.
Nope, there's not gonna be any crashing. I promise you. It's not gonna happen, man. Although that was kind of a neat shot. Ah, the EWRS report. No. Oh well. Ooh. 279. We need to come right. Yeah, he's actually this radar contact straight ahead of me is actually him. So we're gonna get ready for this. Gotta slow down a wee bit because we're coming up on him quick. It's also at 21,000 feet, so just be off our nose. Start to see him out there here pretty soon. 16 nautical miles. Air-to-air refueling in this thing is a little bit more, difficult than some of the other aircraft is. Not because of any, like, not necessarily because the you know, location of the refueling basket, like on the, or the refueling probe, like on the Hornet, because the refueling probe on this is gonna poke out right here. The issue with this is more just speed maintenance and all that.
12 o'clock. 9 miles.
Jester, you sound so bored back there. Can't even see him. That's because he's off to this side. The radar is a lie. There he is. We've got visual on Arco. Okay, we will extend our refueling probe all the way out, although we are a wee bit on the too close side, or too far away side for this. We're gonna do it anyway. Hey, there we go. There's my controls. My rudder pedal. There we go. I don't know what the box is in the other side of this, but I'm guessing it's the groove. If I had to guess. Usually he's right around 260. I'm going to keep a little bit of power in there until we can get close. We're going to form up off of his left wing here, and then we are going to attempt an air-to-air refuel. It's fine.
He's locking us 7 o'clock. And a spike, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's dangerous. They are close, but they're not that close. The other thing that you want to do when you're flying in this is setting the wings back to bomb mode.
Okay,
This
let's do it at 8 o'clock.
This locks the wings into position and prevents them from maneuvering as you speed up and slow down.
That's a spike, looks like 8 o'clock.
It ain't coming for us. We're fine. Calm down.
Box 3.
We got a spike.
Yeah, you're fine. Calm down. Yeah, not aimed at us, Jester. I get that the RWR is freaking out, but you don't need to add to the confusion with it. Okay, so we're gonna check right real quick, roll in.
He's locking us 7 o'clock.
Ready, pre-contact. Clear contact.
Okay, he's giving us permission on the
8
left.
o'clock.
Jester. Crew. No talking. What I get for trying to do too much at once.
Ready, pre-contact. Cleared contact.
The reason why you have to set him to inactive is he has this really weird loop bug. I don't know if they fixed it or not, but he'll give you like corrections, but they will be he'll just keep, if you miss, he'll just keep giving you grief, and oh, it's bad. It's like, Jester, stop. Okay. Definitely need to takes a lot of concentration. Contact. Hey. Stop. Okay. It's all about flying in formation at this point. Trying to not do that. Flew too close. And too far to the right. So this is what I was talking about with like patience. If we didn't have Jester shut up back there, he would he'd be laughing at us right now and going freaking haywire. Hey Carcass, how's it going, man? Goodness gracious.
Contact.
Okay, we're there.
You're taking fuel.
I It's really, really easy to get too excited with the throttle on the Tomcat because it's really quite responsive. Small corrections. Want to keep the aircraft relatively in the same place at the same time. Want it to get bigger or smaller. Want to take fuel, little bits of power every now and then, backing it off. You can see actually we're oh. Stay with me now. Getting a little close, so we're gonna back off just a little bit. Back off on power. Throttle response is really quite good. No, power up. Catch it. Get too far back now. Gotta keep with it. Nice, gentle movements. Flying in formation. With an aircraft with really screwed up wing profiles. Music is oddly soothing for this maneuver. Put the thing in the hole. Quit teasing it. Oh. Come on, man. You're teasing it. Set him to talk and see if he'll tell us the fuel quantities without other ridiculousness. Ugh!
Oops.
Yep.
You got this, man.
Uh-oh.
Just a bit to the right.
Uh-oh. He's gonna do it. He's gonna go into a break. He's gonna have his mental break. We're so close to being full up on fuel, and the frickin' tanker decides he's gonna...
Little left.
Yes, shush. The tanker decides he's gonna suddenly change his flight pattern. Come on. Little.
You got this, man.
Nope.
It's a piece of cake. We'll blame that one on turbulence. Ah, almost had it.
See?
Remember, the force will always be
We're
with
gonna
you.
we're gonna get to hear them all.
Oh, that was so close. Oh, Jesus. Whoops. You almost had it, man. You want me to reach out there and grab it? Oops. Whoops. You almost had it. You got this. You got this. Ah. Whoops. You almost had it, man. You got this, man. Almost. Whoops. You almost had it, man. You got this, man.
See? He won't shut up.
Little left. This basket just doesn't like us today. Almost.
Shut up, Jester! Give the fuel call-outs.
You got this. You got this. You got this, man. It's a piece of cake. I felt turbulence, I swear.
Well, you're getting to hear it all, so I mean, this is what we get.
You can do it, man.
Jester is a legit dick.
Just a bit to the right. You're teasing it. Alright, stop teasing it and jamming in there. Keep her steady. Let's try again. We'll blame that one on turbulence. I felt turbulence, I swear. Ah, darn. You almost had it. Next time.
See?
I felt turbulence, I swear. I felt turbulence, I swear. You can do it, man. Oops. Ah, almost had it. Ah, darn. You almost had it. Next time. This basket just doesn't like us today. You got this, man. Keep her steady. You're teasing it.
Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna break off from here.
Stop teasing it and jamming in there.
Yeah, shut up,
We're
Jester.
full and we're good to go again.
Yeah, we're
steady.
there. We're close enough.
Little left.
Alright, we'll let Arco know that we're gonna abort. Go ahead and take this back off the screen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, they know about the problem, so it's not like it's an unusual one, but 107 for 70, okay. Right. We are pretty much at the end of this live stream, but we'll see if we can't do at least one of these deployments here real quick. Since we got fuel, we'll go ahead and we'll burn the wings back into auto. And switch our radios over to back to the air-to-air channel. Gotta come right still.
We've got a Bandit, 110, 61 miles, 31,000.
Yeah. Yeah. 60 nautical miles. Got him on radar. Can just barely see him down there. That looks like the one is taking a ride to the deck, so might not have any luck getting there in time to drop a Phoenix on him. Oh yeah.
We've got a Bandit, 120, 71 miles. There is a
think that would be the
Warthog. 11 o'clock low, 7 miles.
Jester, you're so funny. You go to Gulag now, though.
We've got a friendly, brah.
Yeah, see, somebody's shooting him down.
Ah, damn. That's wrong. 29 miles. Angels 6.
I don't know that we're going to be able to catch up and get them here before out. Ooh, though, there's nobody over here, so it'd have to be a SAM site that's catching them. Alright, well, we might actually get lucky then. Nope, he's evading.
Roger. Unable. Copy. Got lock. Target. 55 miles.
Yeah, he's maneuvering a wee bit. Got our Phoenixes loaded. He's 54 nautical miles out. We are burning hot and heavy to get there. Almost at Mach 1.2. What is he doing? Can't see him on the television screen. And we lost
I
him.
lost lock.
Oof. As Mastfire would say, oof. Did he get shot down? Guess we'll find out soon enough, but that's kind of annoying. Oh.
Okay. I've got a lock. Got it. Friendly. Frogfoot. 1 o'clock low.
Come on, get him locked up.
Wilco. Got locked. You bet. Target. 43 miles.
We're gonna dump one. See what happens. Missiles outbound. Look at it go. Go, baby, go. I don't even know what aspect he is to me. It's bearing 29 or 8. I think that's, yeah, that's headed towards me. Look at the contrail though of this Phoenix.
I lost lock.
No, you didn't. You are the worst Rio ever.
We've got a boat. Nope. We've got a friendly, brah. 180, 34 miles. Copy. I'm spiking him. Target. 25 miles. I lost lock. Roger.
He's going.
I can't do that.
Oh yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to do anything about him now because he's going to be
Okay.
notching.
He's locked.
And lost it right
Lock.
away.
Roger. I can't do that, boss.
How about now?
I can't do that.
He's... Oh my goodness. The nose is pointed almost directly at him. He's not notching us right now.
Yeah, boss, can't do that.
Alright, that's it.
No, sir, can't do that.
Still not notching us. He's legitimately flying, like, right at my crosshair. He's just barely notching us.
Unable. Singer, 5 o'clock. Here we go. Unable.
Oh, we lost him. I think the stinger poofed him. I think that's his target splash over here. Well. Don't know what to say. Our SAM sights are just too effective. We tried to get over here in time. Yeah, he's in pieces. All right, well, let me see what we got for close runways here. Aki Kolki is behind us, runway 27. Let's see if we can't get there. This guy back down to Kolki traffic. Tomcat inbound to runway 27 for full stop landing. Gonna be off this way. Oh, I would say we're a wee bit high for flaps. How about we put those back away? We'll land this guy and then we'll have to call that for our live stream. We're getting a wee bit on the late side, don't you know? Be off to our left. There she be. Okay, activate our DLC, because it's cool. We might as well. What do we got to lose, right? Fast flyby of the CV. No, my name's not Maverick. My mother actually loved me, so... So you can see here, I'm not gonna touch the throttles. Line them up a little bit, but I'm not gonna touch the throttles. But watch what happens when I use the DLC. Watch the velocity vector indicator, which is the circle with the line on the bottom and the top of it. You can see what the indicator is doing. It's really handy for landing on an aircraft carrier because you can change where your impact point is going to be. Just a little too fast right now. As I nose down. Yeah. There you go, Jester. Now you're rocking it. You use your DLC to bring the... We're well above the glide slope, too. Uh-oh.
400.
Add in a little bit of power.
200.
Make sure our parking brake's not on.
100.
Goose! Have a nice gentle touchdown. Nice. Good work, me. Yeah, that button. There they go. And let's put a little bit of brakes because, this is, a wee bit of a sketchy runway, don't you think? Take this guy off now. We got nose wheel steering on. Let's, raise... Nope, that's the wrong button. That's the button that I wanted. Going to clear the active runway here. Some jets do have reverse thrusters. The Tomcat does not. Most military aircraft will not have jet thrust reversers. You will see aircraft like the KC-135, the KC-130 can do it with the props. The E-2s, a lot of the jets that are basically based off of civilian jets will have thrust reversers. Well, like the F-14 does not, and it never was designed to have one either. To have that set up either. So, you see that a lot though on the civilian-based aircraft. Again, like the KC-135, the 707, 747 based aircraft. I think there's a 777, some 777 aircraft now in the military. Yeah, that's kind of the situation there. But those are technically considered turbofans. They're not considered jets. We're getting into semantics there at that point. We'll go to the next taxi place here because apparently I don't know how to park. Who would have thought? At least I don't drive a BMW. Those people really don't know how to park. Although this thing is pretty close to a BMW as far as American standards are concerned. Alright, close enough. Parking brake on. And we're going to go ahead and call it there. So that means it is time for our stream schedule for the one and last final time. Our next live stream is going to be the 26th of March at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is going to be for War Thunder Ground Forces. That's tank-on-tank action. Our next World of Warships live stream will not be until the 30th of March, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we will not have a DCS World live stream again until next month. So, hope to see you guys in one of those next live streams if you can make it. If you haven't already checked out the Discord server, there's a link to it in the description to this video. Highly recommend you guys check it out. Anyway, I'm Whiskey11, signing us out of the gaming lounge for the night. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching.